Woo! Let's go. If you guys don't know who your boy is, what's up? Way to pop in, way to say what's up, wait for the thumbs up. Let's get it popping. Today we're going to talk about OnlyFans actual creators. I got two systems here that I'm going to show you that we do for content creators in different levels. I'm really just going to break down, what's the real difference between content creators who make six figures and on a monthly basis, even a year, compared to people who don't, right? Systems are a peak key to how far and how fast the business actually moves when it comes to content creators. Now let me explain something to you. Let me get into this one real quick. Let's get here first. Okay, so a few things. OnlyFans is doing some major changes overall, but this is a strategy that we've used multiple times for creators to understand what it really looks like to maintain over a long period of time. When I tell you this, I think a lot of people don't maintain over a long period of time. Like, even if they get rich really, really fast, they make a bunch of money yesterday, they don't get the longevity of money. They don't get that 6, 7 months, 2-year process. Like, I've worked with a lot of creators recently whose pages are just deep diving, who I tried to work with in the beginning. I'm like, yo, I sustain this, but they're just like, oh, I can do it, because the market will tell you that you can do it at first. For a new creator who just gets in the marketplace and she pops on there, yeah, nobody knows who you are. You may get popular. Most of the people who know who you are run in, so you get even more popular. And then they have to try to figure out how to actually do it right? Because for a certain amount of time, it's just working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just working for a certain amount of time. That's really the process. From Italy, let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's really the process, is that actually let me move my situation. You can't actually see it. So let me adjust. Let me shrink this guy down a little bit. Here we go. I think this is a little bit better because I think it was covering it up. What was I looking at? Let's over here. So, looking at the YouTube. There you go. Okay, cool. So now I want to break down a few things. Let's actually bring this up so you can actually see it. What these little boxes are. So these little boxes right here are different ways that we promote creators. Right now, all creators aren't going to be good at all places. Now, it determines on what their ability is to create content in the moment will determine their actual skill level. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, WorldStar, MiniVids, P-Hubs. You know what I mean? Like, we use all sorts of places. And all these places truly determine based off of the creator. Now, a creator looks around and they ask me, what's the best place to market? Then I have to figure out about the creator. Do you create video content better? Do you have a lively personality? Can you write better? Are you consistent? What is in your popularity space? What is in your influential space? Because you have to have one of these influential skills. You have to be able to speak. You got to be able to write. You got to be able to create. You got to be able to do something, because those things are influential. It takes people from believing one thing to another. It takes people from wanting one thing to another. That's how you make money in this industry. And in this industry, as an OnlyFans creator, the one thing you got to understand, the difference between you and $100,000 a month, $100,000 a year, is your system, right? Like, I had a creator the other day. She's like, oh, I make 10,000, I make 20,000. I said, well, then how much did you invest both months in your marketing? Now this is a real question. And this is a real question I tell people all the time. If you don't know how much you invested, how are you supposed to know? You know how much you made more than you know how much you invested. The investment should never change, or it should be the thing that increases the most, especially when things are harder. I had a creator who was going down from 100K going into like 60K, and I was like, yo, we got to drop 10. What did I say? We got to drop $10,000 a week. She was like, oh no, like, that's most of the money. I said, yes, but do you want to get back to 100K? Because you may sacrifice a month and maybe not be able to pay all your bills and live lavish and be comfortable. But if we want to recourse that, the best way to recourse anything is to drop it back into marketing. Now, having a marketing system matters. Like, we have people who do posts on Reddit 24/7. We have people who post on Twitter 24/7. We got people who do all sorts of things so many times, because the marketing is the most important. I tell you right now, great platform, amazing content, everything, shitty marketing, shitty money. Basic content, amazing marketing, great money. Now, if you get amazing content and a great marketing, then you get some amazing people. And that's when you're looking to sign the kind of deals that matters. A lot of people want deals and shit and want things to work out perfectly, but imagine if it didn't work out perfectly. The one thing I'd want to learn next week is how to promote myself. Content is actually more self-easy. It's actually more personable. So like none of that really matters as much because it's more personable. But for the person who is creating the content, that's the easiest job. So for creators who blow me up, we're like, I'll make all this money, I'm gonna be creating the content. Well, the easiest job is not the marketing. So, or is not the creator. Like there's 1,000 creators out there who are trying to make a bunch of money. And I tell you that it's the systems, it's the marketing that is the most important. And that's why I do not worry about working with creators, and creators are all trying to get me to work for free. I know what I'm doing. I'm making enough money. I won't work for anybody. I'll teach you. I'll tell you to come on YouTube, learn the basics, because if you learn even anything from me that slightly changes your mindset and you're able to implement it and make a bunch of money, that matters. Now let's look at this. A lot of creators we have their own site because we want to track. We need tracking. Tracking is important. You can't scale something without tracking. You can't scale anything, honestly, without tracking. How do you scale something if you're not tracking it? How is that possible? So the one thing I'll tell you is that one, as a agency and a marketer on the back end, I've seen platforms make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to making, $500 a month. Now, the difference is truly the marketing. Now, once you get to a certain amount of money, once you're making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, content creation does matter then. Now, strategy matters more then. Strategy matters more. If you set it up right, it could be the forefront of your business. You won't even have problems. But if you set yourself up right, marketing strategy is important, but getting people through your door and understanding what you're selling them is the most important thing in the world. If you don't understand the concept of what you're actually selling, you're going to sell the wrong things. Like most creators sell content. And they're like, well, everybody sells content. No, but we sell experiences in my agency. How do you create content that means an experience? That's also information you may need to know. How do you create content that is an experience and not just, here's my stuff, buy it for this much? Which is what most people do. Most people just go, oh, here I am, buy this much. This is what I got. Buy it for this much. Buy it for this much. And like people start asking why. Creators started off making a bunch of money in this industry, and most creators are not anymore because your customer gets smarter. You know what I mean? It's like, back in the day when phone scams were litty, like they still work, but you got to get the right person. Most people are apt to that call coming in like, your warranty has been expired for your car. Can I call you back and we need to fix your warranty on your car? And you're like, my warranty on my car? I got a warranty on my car. You call them back to tell you this problem and they sell you some shit, or they have you buy some bullshit. All kind of bullshit. Like, that's the reality. Now, creators are having the hardest time they've ever had in their life right now creating because they still think they're selling content. Agencies are fucking dying by the vine because they still think they're selling content. Now, if you want to make $100,000 a month, you better, one, have an extreme heavy marketing campaign. I'm talking about when you first start, if you're not making more than $1,000, you should be spending $1,000 on marketing. But the problem is most creators are in this business to make money really soon, start spending that money. And they never actually get a concept of how to invest in it. And then I come in like, y'all want 50%. They're like, I'm already making 10K. I'm like, where do you think this money's going to go? You think I just take this money and put it in my pocket? Oh, thanks for your 5,000. Thanks for working so hard for your fucking 10K. I need 50%. No, I take that money and invest it back in you because I need you to make $20,000, $30,000 because that's the kind of money I'm trying to make. So if you got to pay me $5K to do the right thing with your money, like you're just going to spend the $5K on blind eye. That's what most people are doing. Like that's the most thing. So now for you as a content creator, really deciding, you can't give somebody, it's hard to give somebody a job when you don't have a system in place for them. It's really hard. Ask my team. I'm like the worst with systems. They all came in with no systems and they've been yelling at me about systems, and I'm building more and more systems now than ever because I'm realizing I can't give it to the third person. Them, they own the business and they're part of the business. So I'm like, you figure it out. You get paid money. You figure it out. But for people who you're coming in and you're paying to get them to their optimum, employee status, their optimum situation, you need a process. So if you're a content creator trying to give somebody work and you're just looking for a person who knows what they're doing, they're expensive. I'm expensive. I know what I'm doing. Now, if you want to train somebody, you can get them for pennies on the dollar, but you got to do the training. You got to teach them what to do. You got to give them strategy. You got to make them great, because they're not going to come great for a low price, but you can train someone great for a low price. That's our reality.
You are relentless. I will give you that much.
Relentless. Oh, so that's my little young buck right now. And yeah, you got to be relentless. Like you got to be able to put yourself in position to really truly build a business and grow to the next level. Now, as a creator, training people matters. Like we are now building out all of our stuff to train anybody in any position of the top 3 positions that matter when it comes to OnlyFans, which is your page manager. You need a page manager. You need somebody who shows up even when you don't. You need someone who shows up even when you don't. Okay, so you need a page manager, right? And you need a media buyer, like social media person, because you need to pay people to show up even when you don't. It's important. You need to pay people to show up even when you don't. Because if you don't pay people to show up even when you don't, everything you do or move is going to depend on you, which can be the downfall of something if anything happens in your life. Imagine you twist an ankle. You're just like, I don't feel like doing shit for 2 days. You can lose an extreme amount of money in 2 days on a platform that's based off of entertainment. You're competing versus shit like Hulu, Amazon Prime. Like, you're entertainment. And because you're entertainment, it's important that you entertain. That's true. That's true. That's true. Some people come to me just because they want to be like coached by me to grow. That's it. Some people join us just to be coached. Dang. Crazy. So, like, if I'm gonna push to an offer right on a site, what are you offering? If it's your site, I mean, sometimes these are like link trees or something like that. But if it's your site here, what are you offering? You could be offering certain content, exclusive content behind the scenes. These are people trying to become fans. I usually say, come here and get a free opportunity to come see my most exclusive content, right? Or my most prized content and stuff like that. Now that really truly determines how much people decide to convert onto your page. But now the crazy part about having your own site, though, is that you own the email and traffic. Now, I have this video on my page that talks about protect your business. That talks about the importance of having email listings, launching other creators off email listings. It just does you so good. So good. And you need to be able to do that. And that's super, super important for you to be able to actually do that concept and continuously make that shit happen, right? Like continuously knock that shit down is what you're offering. You get to keep phone numbers and emails because I like both. If I can't, I'm sending text message blast out. Last time I sent a text message blast because we try not to send them out too often. We don't want to be super spammy. So we don't want to get our page stopped from, selling what we sell, but we don't do anything exclusive on the videos. But too many agencies do email opt-in and via. They don't, man. I don't get it either. They only do like set up a call and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, yo, what if somebody just wants some information about you? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just want your info, show. Woke up this morning feeling blessed, sitting on my back. Yeah, so that's crazy. So let's look at something else. Look at this. This is deep right here. I have this that I teach about in one of my courses, but I'm gonna go over the basics of this today. This is some hardcore shit. So people always ask why we have 2 pages and like what the difference is. I call do a value ladder, right? With your content. Like your pay-per-views is your most exclusive content. You need to put this down here. What are you going to do that's most exclusive? Behind the scenes, live videos, whatever that most exclusive is, PPV goes here. Now, things that are less exclusive goes here on your VIP most prominent wall right here. Then you have freebie pay-per-views that you'll give to certain people who like keep their rebill on. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready. You got to have great content. Then you have low paid wall, which is damn near just a step above social media when it comes to exclusiveness. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know where don't play me, man. I was teaching this shit, man. It's lit. I go deep in my course about that stuff. But I'm telling you right now, you need to understand that. And if you didn't catch that or take a picture of it, you need to come back and catch it in the video again. So I'm only going to be live for probably like 5 or 10 minutes anyway. Okay. Because I got to do some stuff today with the fam. So appreciate you one time. So for anybody has any questions, man, you got about 5 minutes to knock these questions out right now. I may go live later today, probably live tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go live more because I'm trying to just, have a little bit of edge on what I'm going to be teaching, and my longer sessions will be prepared. They'll probably be earlier in the day for my longer sessions, because I realize that since I'm on the West Coast now, West Coast time right now, it's super important for me to start earlier during the daytime, for me to be able to actually talk to people, because it's kind of boring at night when no one's awake on the West Coast too, or the East Coast. It's kind of crazy. But like I said, dude, we keep growing. That's the realest. We keep growing. So for you guys who are out there who are trying to take your stuff to the next level, the one thing I would say is everything you do, you should look at it as if you're going to pay someone eventually to do it for you. And what would you teach them? How would you teach them? It's so things don't get slipped through the cracks like they normally do. Like people, there's agencies who give me like, turn this page around. I'm like, well, what are you doing now? Like, what's the system now? And they're just like, I don't have any system. I'm like, well, that's why you're failing. I can't come in here and save it. I got to come in here and build a system first to save it. So, I can't just come in. If I come in and just make a bunch of money, the system won't be built right. No one can take it over from me after that. I'm not trying to work your platform for life. I'm trying to show you how to do it. I'm trying to be out. Okay. Trying to do it for my own personal pages only. But I work with my team. I'm trying to help you get there, but I need to build all the systems, the SOPs, which is standard procedures of operation, standard operation procedure, which is like, how do you go about a process when you need to get something done? And then how do you hand that to someone for them to actually do the same thing and they need to go get it done, right? So let's look at this. So one of the things is that we look at is like, this is the simple, sorry about that. This is the simple version of how your funnel looks, right? Like, I'm going to kick everybody out of here, smacking everybody beef. So this is like the basics of like the simple system of what your shit needs to look like. You know what I mean? And what you need to have to really put together, which is your social media to your own site. I use ClickFunnels, Cartridge, a few. You gather all their informations and you push them into, the OnlyFans. Now, the other option is this. This is what most people do. This is what most people do right here. This is where most people's energy are right here. They just send traffic directly to their OnlyFans. If it doesn't convert, fine, they're mad. Now, I send traffic to my own site, tell them what they're going to get, which is a better sales pitch, which you can shoot a video. You can do all sorts of pages. You can have a way better sales pitch. Then push them to emails right here. Then you push them to this. You can send them messages back, and everybody's sending them back to this money right here. This is all you do. This is what you have when you do regular strategy, and this is why it doesn't work. This is what you have when you do an advanced strategy. And guess what? If OnlyFans kicked you off or you needed to switch platforms, none of that would matter. You still own what? All your emails and marketing campaign stuff. You go to any other platform, tell them, guys, I'm moving to a platform. OnlyFans cut me off. Rather than leaving, hitting you on the DM, trying to figure it out, you can send them all a message at one time, change to another platform, make another $3,000, $4,000 based off of where you move. That's it. You got to own your shit. You got to own your shit. You got to be a real business. If OnlyFans dies tomorrow and your business dies, you don't have a real business. You're a great hustler. That's all I have to say to anybody who has it. Because I have 2 people who got their pages shut down recently because they were with an agency who had their banking information. It's just crazy. I was going to only release this in my course, but whatever. I was only going to release this in my agency course. But yeah, so basically, I built a system and the strategy that I gave my people in my agency courses is going to survive throughout the race. It's mostly because I have plugs at OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? We got some OnlyFans. I'll plug my money out of them. That's what life's crazy, dude. Honestly. Life is crazy, honestly. Honestly. All right. Well, guys, nobody's asking me any questions. I'm about to pop out of here. I may go live later today. Tomorrow it will be a lot longer live. I'm about to go on there for like 2 hours. We're gonna go in, boy. We're gonna go in on some lives. So be prepared. I'm actually even prepared tonight. Make sure you guys know what time I'm doing it tomorrow, so I can lock you guys in, start getting people ready and prepared, because I'm gonna drop some eggshells on a few different plugs I got. You guys ready to give me some money? Y'all trying to grow. Y'all trying to get me to dough so y'all can grow. And I got some plugs for you guys. I got a couple little private groups that I have that I'm about to set up. Y'all gonna want to be in. Okay, you're gonna want to be in, because I'm gonna be giving out all the marketing, all the shits that I get. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. All right, we out though. Deuces. Hey, till tomorrow.